Hi, I'm Tammy Randolph, and you're watching The Chamber Does What? Hi, thank you for being with us today. My guest this morning is Brian Workman. He is the owner at Bender Realty, and he is also the 2025 chairman of the Chamber Board. Hi, Brian. Nice to have you.
Hello. Thank you for letting me come in.
So, owner of Bender Realty, that's a lot.
It's a family-owned business. We've been in business since 1969. I am the third owner. The gentleman who started the business, Bill Bender, he sold the business to my dad right around 1979, 1980, and then my dad retired 3 or 4 years ago, 2021, 22, and I've been running it ever since. But I've been working there since 1999.
Well, and I'm sure it's a family-owned business. You've been working there since you were a kid, too, helping out.
Yeah, scrubbing signs, repainting signs, cleaning parking lots, all that fun stuff.
Those family businesses are great, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure you got your kids scrubbing signs, cleaning floors.
I can't get them to show up to do anything now.
Now, as I said, you're also the chairman this year for the Chamber of Commerce, for our chamber board. And what a year to have. You had the centennial year.
I did. It's been a great experience. I've loved working with you, the rest of the staff. I've loved being involved. I plan on being involved with the EDC for at least the next several years as we work towards getting new industrial parks.
The EDC is our Economic Development Council.
Correct.
And they meet quarterly. That's great. As the chamber board president, and especially in the centennial year, what is something that's going to cap your memory the most from what you've done over this year?
Of course, our 100-year anniversary celebration was unique. We won't have another one for 25 years, and this was the one and only 100-year. But for me, getting to know the staff really well, and then actually my biggest concern was working towards getting more land that we could work on an industrial park. The last industrial park took us almost 12 years from concept to start, and we are almost out of room already in a little under 3 years. So my hope is, in talking to the rest of the board, that we'll be able to work on getting a project going. The main concern for me, and I think some of the other staff as far as the EDC, is you have certain companies. Amazon has come out in this last month talking how they're going to reduce their human staffing by 70% in most of their locations. You've got certain companies, closing locations. FedEx closed their location here, moved everybody to Chattanooga. You've got UPS, for the first time ever, paying drivers to retire. You've got other companies going more and more automated. Our hope is with these industrial parks and bringing in these companies is not to necessarily grow Cleveland, which that would be a benefit, but it would be to help soft land jobs as certain people or these certain jobs get replaced by automation, robots, AI, or whatever, that we've got companies coming in that we can move them from one location to the other. Part of the reason Cleveland has become what it has over the last 10, 20 years is we've been able to keep multiple generations, 2 and 3, maybe 4 in Bradley County by having enough jobs to be able to support their family. And what we don't want to do is go backwards to where we lose a lot of these jobs and aren't set up to be able to replace them quick enough.
We are very fortunate, too, to have such a diverse manufacturing base and such a diverse employment base. It's not heavy on one industry or the other. And so as things have closed, like when Rubbermaid closed, a lot of those jobs got absorbed by other existing industries as well. And so we have been very fortunate in that.
Yeah, Doug Berry being the head of that department for the chamber, working along with the Economic Development Council, the EDC, and the IDB, the Industrial Development Board, as far as Cleveland and Bradley County is concerned. Those entities, the two people that have been in charge of those two entities being Bob McIntyre and Ross Tarver, and their boards and the city government and the county government have done a great job making an environment that companies can come into and succeed. Today we're recording in the Pi Center. This has been a huge, what's the word I want to look for? crown jewel for us. As companies have come in, we've been able to show them this location and this place, how our educational system is working towards providing new opportunities in education and training. And this has helped us land several of the companies that have come in.
Yeah, I know that when Damon was here talking about SK Foods, this was one of the things that clinched it for them. This and that and the welcoming community. And I think that all is part and parcel with it, and how they were received not only at the Pie Center, but in the community and the chamber. And I think that's something that people need to remember as well, is that this is a very heartfelt community. And I think that is leading to more people wanting to come here. People stop here on vacation, halfway, and then they make it a regular trip, and then they like it so much because people are so friendly, they decide to move here. And I think that's a big attribute of our community.
Completely agree, and it's really our community that has been able to help bring in these companies. There's not any actual formula, but people will call it your quality of life formula, your quality of life equation. And when companies come in and see exactly what you're talking about, seeing our school system, seeing how the community functions together, how it comes together, the fact that we've been able to add these certain different types of industrial base, that we're not heavy on any one thing, that we've got this great training, a community that's involved in trying to make it better. That's where we're able to attract these companies, because they're not worried about coming in, building a $500 million plant, and then not being able to keep employees because they want to move somewhere else. And as long as we keep all those pieces together, I think we've got success for the next 20, 25 years.
I agree. As this has been your year as the Chamber Board President, has there been any one thing that you found out about the Chamber that really surprised you, that you didn't know that we were involved in or didn't know was part of the Chamber?
No. Having been on the board for a long time, and then having been the third father or child parent duo, I've understood what the chamber was for a long time. I was forced to be a member when I first started working with my parents. So I've understood what the chamber does and been a part of it for a long time. So I do remember Mike calling me, Mike Griffin, who's the president of the chamber, said, "Okay, it's your time. You need to step up and get involved. Your dad is retiring. It's your time." So I was happy to get that call, happy to get involved, and plan on staying involved for at least to the next industrial park or two are done.
Oh, cool. So you will be there for the next 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
What is, when you're thinking of Cleveland and Bradley County, like when as a realtor, you have people coming in and you're visiting with people who are relocating here, what is something that you tell them about Cleveland and Bradley County that you think exemplifies our area?
Good question.
Every once in a while I have one.
No. I do think it's the quality of life. Not only that we have at least one of everything, but we have the proximity to so many other things. Coy River being so close for people who want to be an outdoors person. You've got Chattanooga, literally 20 minutes down the road. You've got Knoxville, you've got Nashville, you've got Atlanta. You have access to everything. But here locally, we're still a very small community. You've got your options to be involved in several things, but you still keep that hometown, small town feel. We don't really have the problems that come with metropolitan areas, at least currently, knock on wood. Hopefully we don't get those. So that's kind of usually what we talked about with people. I do mostly commercial. I don't do a lot of residential, but that's what drives the residential growth, which is what brings in the retail clients, because they see the housetops, they see the numbers, they see the school numbers, they see crime rates that are being lower, they see all that stuff, and that's kind of what they go based on.
That makes sense. Is there, you and your family are here and do a lot of things. Is there a favorite thing that you and your family like to go to here in Cleveland?
My kids love going to all the festivals downtown. So Melissa Woody, who's also part of the chamber, they love going to the Apple Festival. They love going to all the festivals downtown. I personally like getting all the kettle corn, the very large bags.
Oh, yes.
That will last me a while. So
We get those kettle corn bags and last my husband about 10 minutes.
I will try to ration it for at least a week, but yeah, that's about as much as it will last.
If you had someone who is having a new business and they were trying to decide if they want to join the chamber or not, what type of advice could you give them?
I would say join and get involved. It's not one thing to just join. Same thing as with most anything, you get out of it what you put into it. Going to the chamber coffees, going to the after hours, going to the events, meeting people, that's what's going to help you grow your business, no matter what type of business you're in, whether it's sales, insurance, real estate, whether it's professional, like a lawyer or an accountant, whether it's retail, this type of store, that. Those type of businesses, going to the events, meeting people is what helps you get the word out and get the word out quickly. I'm still a firm believer as far as in our business that it is a people business. I think all businesses are people business. You're selling something, you're selling yourself, whether you're a doctor, like I said before, or an attorney, it's your relationship with them that's going to have them come in or not. So any chance you have to build those relationships and have other people refer you to their friends and family, then I think that's what you need to do.
I completely agree. I think part of the most important thing is the connections, not only the business connections, but I tell people you have to make those personal connections as well and be people to people, like you said, because people are more apt to do business and to engage with people that they like and that they know, and especially if they know that you are invested in the community and you want the community to grow and continue to prosper and make it better for all of us here, then they're more inclined to be working with you.
Correct.
And so that's good. And like you said, we've got that small town feeling here as much as we grow. I mean, people say we're gotten huge, but I think that we very much still, I like to tell people when they're visiting, if you are in a store or someplace and you ask somebody about something, or you don't even have to, people still open the doors for people here. Mm-hmm. They wave and people talk to you and they'll tell you if their Aunt Mildred's brothers, nephews, cousins used it, liked whatever you're talking about, they will be happy to guide you with it as well. And I think that 6 degrees of separation is what keeps us a close-knit community as we are.
I'll have some people come in and do what we call site selection. Let's say a franchise from whatever will come in and I'll drive them around. And more than once we've run across a funeral processional. And of course, everybody still pulls over here. Mm-hmm. And they'll ask me, what are we doing and why are we stopping and why? It's like, well, it's just what we do here. It's showing respect to the family, showing respect to the person who passed away. And a lot of times they're just kind of blown away because they will turn around like, if we were in wherever, New Jersey, New York, whatever state they're coming from, that this would never happen.
We still maintain that genteel Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I love about this community. I'm very glad to be part of it.
Me too.
Well, Brian, thank you very much for coming. Do you have any last words? Like I said, you are closing out your year as the Chamber Board. Don't be too excited. Do you have any last words over this centennial year?
No, if anybody's listening, you're thinking about starting a business, you want to get, or if you're working for a business, you just want to get your business more connected, I would say please join, but just joining doesn't do it. You need to get involved. You need to come to the chamber coffees. You need to come to the after hours things. You need to get involved in volunteerism as far as the chamber. That's where you're going to get your value. And understand that the chamber's value, that's part of it. The other part of the chamber that you don't see is a lot of the behind the scenes work that the board of directors, the board as a whole, and the staff get involved in bringing in these large companies or convincing them to stay, convincing them to expand. And it's those people and their jobs that wind up helping filter the money into independent owned businesses like my own, or an accountant or restaurants, bakers, whatever. So it's the whole operation is what helps Cleveland and Bradley County grow.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, share, and tell your friends, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.